Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. You join me at this lovely place. The sun is shining, it is a lovely blue sky. This is live weather right here, and this is an absolutely gorgeous place. This is one of my favourite airports that I love and enjoy flying to, which I've done plenty of times in my FS9. And it just looks absolutely tremendous right here in FS 2024. It's absolutely beautiful, and it's such a joy to be able to walk wherever you want to go, wherever life will take you. It really is relaxing. This is absolutely stunning. It's beautiful. So yes, one of my favourite airports right here in the Netherlands Antilles. It is, of course, Princess Juliana, which is just over there behind those fences. I will try and keep this video as short as I can because I'm just going to talk about one topic per video. I'm not going to try and cram it all in one video and bore everyone to death. I'm not the exciting person to listen to. I don't even like listening to myself, to be honest. It's true. So I'll try and keep it as short as I possibly can. Now I'm going to talk about the VR, my reactions to it, my expectations that I was thinking what I was going to receive from the VR headset. Yeah, and I've never owned a VR headset. I've never played any games in a VR headset, so I don't really quite know what I was going to expect from it. But anyway, last week I dived into the Sim Update 5 beta, and I waited up until that point when I knew that it was going to be released for the support for the headset, and I went out and I bought myself the PSVR2 headset. Now we're going to take a little walk around here. Let's take a little walk. Let's get to see the airport a bit. Oh, here we go, we've got a plane coming in. That was perfect. Look at that. Great timing. Look at that. Beautiful. How perfect was that? I didn't even see that coming in until I started walking off. That was brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. It's great. This whole place is just beautiful. And I don't know, I admire this place. This place is just beautiful. It's such a joy to fly into. I love it. It is absolutely beautiful. And I remember watching YouTube videos of just people walking around the Netherlands Antilles, around St. Martin, and it just looks absolutely gorgeous. It just looks beautiful. It looks absolutely stunning in this sim. This is beautiful. I haven't got my VR headset, as you can see, of course. It's not quite capturing on my Elgato, but I do have a very, very old Elgato. I have the one that was before the HD 60, so like it pushes out 30 frames per second. I should really get a new one, really. I don't even know how many. I think there was like the HD 660, and then there was a HD 60S, I think. I don't know if that's the most newest or if there's a new one out. I haven't really searched it, really, to be honest. But I should really get a newer one, maybe the HD 60 that will support on my PC, because at the moment I'm still running on Windows 7. Just haven't got quite enough money to get a brand new PC. And they can get a bit expensive, and I do want a good decent one, so I know that's going to hit into a very high price range. So just need to save up a little bit more. But this is absolutely stunning. This is beautiful. Maybe I should just walk around one day and just have a little tour, do a bit of sightseeing. Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. So, getting back to the VR headset. Sorry, I was getting a bit off track there. We go through the threads. There we go. So yeah, getting back to the headset, like I've never owned a headset. The PSVR2 was the very first, and I was holding off until the support came in, and then I purchased it. So I'd never played any games on the VR, so I didn't know what to expect. And when I got into a sim and I switched it, you sort of starting off outside the aircraft, and you switch over to the PSVR2 headset, and I was absolutely blown away by how realistic, how I felt like I was in the actual game. Like, it was absolutely incredible. It was insane. I could not believe it. Absolutely out of this world. These VR's headsets to truly put you in the game or in the sim is just remarkable. And so yeah, I started when I first did that. I started off in the Caribbean. I went to Barbados. It just made me feel like I was actually in Barbados. It didn't feel like I was in England. I felt like I was in Barbados. It was so surreal. It really was. And like when I stepped into the cockpit, my original first thought about these VR headsets, if we get into the cockpit now, when I first watched people, with headsets on different games and that, especially with this, I thought I was getting this kind of perspective, like this kind of layout that you see on the screen. And the only difference was with the headset is that I was able to look around like so and actually feel like I was in the cockpit. And when I switched over to go into the cockpit, I was blown away. Like my whole expectations just went out of the window. What I was presented with, I never expected. Like, everything was 3D modeled. Everything. That I wasn't expecting. That blew me away. I was absolutely stunned. Really was. And I wish I could have recorded my reactions to that. Because, yeah, I was absolutely, like, speechless. I couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe that. I felt like I really truly did. I still do feel like I was in the 737. I really do. Like, it's absolutely amazing to what they can do with this VR. Like, especially for someone like me who hasn't had the experience, and I don't know a lot about VRs. Anyway, but it absolutely blew me away. It really did, and my whole flying experience was completely and utterly changed. For years, I've been wanting a home simulator cockpit. For years, I'd watch people on YouTube, watch them build their projects from the ground up, and I was kind of jealous of them that they were able to do it, that they able to have the room and they had the finance, those are the two things I still don't have today. But I do now have my own home simulator cockpit in a virtual world, and that is absolutely fantastic. That's brilliant. I love it. I've got it finally after all these years. I finally have it. It's just absolutely brilliant. It really is. I just cannot believe how realistic it makes you feel you in the actual aircraft. It really is. Now, the 737 is my go-to aircraft for short hauls. It's just a plane I love. Everyone has their own favorite aircrafts or favorite manufacturers they like to fly with. Some like to fly with Boeing, some like to fly with Airbus. That's completely fine. It's completely up to you, whatever you like and whatever you choose to do. But yeah, the 737 is my go-to aircraft for short haul stuff. and I absolutely was just sitting there, just taking it all in, just looking around, just taking it all in. You know, it was, yeah, absolutely remarkable, like, what they could do. Really was. I could not believe it. So yeah, to have my own home simulator cockpit now, finally, it's like, you know, so it is now a dream come true. Like, it's something I've always wanted when I've been flying, you know, FS9 for the past 21 years. Because I never had a powerful PC to be able to, you know, upgrade, you know, my flight sim. So yeah, this was something I was waiting for, and I'm you know, obviously, to the day when they announced that flight sim was coming over to the PlayStation 5, I was completely and utterly shocked. That I never thought that would happen. Never thought that would happen, because that's Microsoft, that's Xbox, that's PC's platform, sort of, that's their thing. To cross over to the PlayStation 5 is, yeah, that was a shock to me. I thought, when I heard about it, I thought that was fake news. I thought someone was just having people on, like, you know, getting people's hopes up. But when I digged in a bit more about it, that it was true, that it was coming over, I was super excited that I was able to upgrade my flight sim. And then when I heard about the VR, that's when it blew my mind, and I was like, right, I'm going to save for this. But I'm going to hold off. I'm not going to buy it yet. I'm going to hold off until that update becomes live and available. And when the beta came out, that was when I had to get the headset. I wanted to dive straight in. I wanted to be inside this cockpit once and for all. So my expectations of what I was expecting, they smashed it out of the park. They really blew me away with what they presented, and you know, I'll give credit where credit's due. Hats down. So yeah, absolutely love that they even were even to give us the VR experience, because even that, I've been watching a lot of YouTubers on their channels and saying how, like, this is remarkable, this is, you know, groundbreaking stuff to even come over on VR onto a console platform. So yeah, I appreciate, you know, making that happen. You know, definitely, absolutely. And now it has, obviously, you know, there was a moment of mine where I thought that there was something wrong with my headset. I thought I had a faulty headset, because I got a bit worried when I put it on, because I don't know what I'm expecting or what I'm supposed to sort of feel and what's meant to be presented to me and whatnot. But things just started looking slightly a bit blurry, but not to a point where it was unmanageable, that I can only handle having the headset on for 5 minutes. I mean, I could have that headset on comfortably, and I have. But yeah, it was blurring. I thought there was something wrong with the headset, and I was trying out different settings and stuff to try and make it clearer and that, and nothing was working. So I was getting super worried, because I thought, what I purchased was a faulty headset. But then when I started going onto YouTube to try and find if other people were having the similar sort of problems, it turned out that there was quite a few people, in fact, majority of the people experienced the same problem of blurriness. You know, that was just slightly blurriness, where you had to, from this, I'd say, like, this would be like the position that you'd be in the cockpit once you got the VR on. And as you can see, we can see the instruments quite clearly. I can see things quite clearly and stuff like that. Especially if I look up in the overhead panel, I can see things, quite clearly. I mean, okay, it's a bit blurry over there, and I have to just move a little bit, just a tiny bit. But when I got the headset on, I have to try and get even more closer to the point where I'm almost going out of the boundary of the safety zone, just trying to sort of read things. But again, it's not like really bad that I can't read anything, because it's manageable, and it doesn't strain my eyes or anything, or set off any headaches or anything like that. So I was quite comfortable to be able to wear it through an entire flight, which I have done. When I started off in Birmingham, I did a flight in Birmingham down to Palma de Mallorca. It was about a 2 and a bit hours flight, and I had the VR headset on the entire time, never took it off, and to be honest, it was quite comfortable. It was quite comfortable within itself, and it wasn't straining my eyes to the point where I had to take it off for a few minutes. That never came in, that never occurred. So it was quite comfortable wearing it throughout the entire flight, and I think I could go even more, like an 8-hour flight. Like, I normally do a flight from Gatwick all the way down to here, and I reckon I could probably do that with the VR headset on the entire time without taking it off, and still be okay. It'll be something I will test out, just to give that a go, because I like to stay in that virtual world. I don't want to come out of it. But yeah, they do. Everyone does say that all the sort of instruments and the text is around the instruments just needs to be a bit more crisper, a bit more clearer. So that would be good. If they're able to make the scenery outside slightly less blurry, that'd be a bonus. But to be honest, it didn't really bother me that much. I wasn't really bugged by that, the blurriness outside of the cockpit windows. So yeah, that wasn't really a big issue. I didn't see that as a big hindrance to me. I don't know about if anyone else, maybe it might affect other people. Maybe they find it annoying, but for me, the outside scenery, the way that it was, it wasn't a big issue. It just didn't affect me as much. Like, I wasn't fussed about it. But other than that, it was a great experience. I mean, flying in VR for the entire time, it was a brilliant experience. I absolutely loved it. I felt like I was in a real aircraft flying passengers over to the Spanish island. And it was just a great experience all round, really, to be honest. I enjoyed it. So yeah, I got to say, yeah, well done to making the VR even possible on a console, because it truly is tremendous. It's changed my whole flying experience, my whole flying altogether. It's going to change it completely to a whole new level. So it's a new chapter in my flight simming. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to new things to come, because I know, I can understand they have to get the VR headset out there to get people's reactions and people's opinions and their thoughts on what they think, and they're gathering everyone's input that is coming to them. Now they've got something to work upon and to make this experience even more better. I mean, I don't know how far they can take it to make it more better, after they've sort of sorted out all the the blurriness part of it all. But I'm intrigued to see. I can't wait. I'm excited for what they might deliver and that. But it's a whole. I look at this in a whole different way now. Flying, I look at it a whole different way, and it's a great feeling, and a lot of happy flying to come. Yeah, many years to come. It's going to be fantastic. So that's all I really wanted to say. I want to keep it going on and on and on and on. But I do appreciate you guys staying to the end and just listening to what I had to say, my experience to it when I first put this headset on and got introduced to the VR. So yeah, I say that's it. That's all I want to say in this video. I'll bring up another video with another topic of something else. But for now, we'll leave it there. I'm going to go back to the beach and enjoy the weather. Maybe take a little walk around the town. You know, while I'm here, I probably will put the headset on now. I've done this video and just soak up the sun. And wherever you are, enjoy the rest of your day.